At the beginning of the film, a North Korean officer named Ryu-hwan is being briefed by a wounded colonel. The colonel emphasizes the importance of the mission and says that life itself means nothing compared to it. In simple words, he is sending the officer straight toward death. He also says that if they ever meet again, it might be as enemies and only one of them would survive. 2 years later, in South Korea, Ryu-hwan is living a very simple life. Following orders, he blends into society by pretending to be a local madman. Neighborhood kids throw stones at him daily and treat him like garbage. A kind but stingy woman takes him into her home and treats him like her own son. In the neighborhood, everyone calls him Dongu. Even though he doubts his mission, he continues to carry it out responsibly. He is highly trained, skilled in combat, fluent in multiple languages, and capable of using all kinds of weapons. Yet he must live like a fool. Every morning, he acts weird on purpose, picking his nose, pretending to have a runny nose, and even falling downstairs deliberately. He works at the woman's grocery shop. Kids steal sausages from him every day, thinking he doesn't notice, but Dongu remembers everything and keeps track of what they take. A woman who works at night often visits the shop. Her beauty makes him nervous, and he struggles to control himself. For his work, he earns a small salary, which he secretly hides in a tin box. He feels proud after saving 200,000 won. Dreaming that after completing the mission, he will return to North Korea as a rich man and buy an apartment. Though the amount is only about $40, Dongu is seen as a harmless fool in the neighborhood, but he carefully observes everyone. He especially likes a girl named Ryu-hwan, who treats him kindly and may even have feelings for him. She is 22 years old and works as an accounting clerk. However, her younger brother, a high school student, constantly mocks Dongu to keep him away from his sister. There is also a mysterious man in the neighborhood who knows Dongu's true identity. He is another North Korean agent. After living for so long in enemy territory, he has started questioning his purpose. Dongu reminds him of his duty and loyalty to their country to strengthen his madman image. Dongu performs an extreme act. He publicly humiliates himself in the street. Unfortunately, Ryu-hwan witnesses it, and he is completely shattered. The next day, she avoids him, calling him dirty, and her brother warns him to stay away. The woman's son, who treats Dongu like an adopted brother, tries to teach him how to fight so no one can bully him again. One day, a delivery man gives Dongu an envelope containing his mother's photo, the first time he has seen her in 11 years. It becomes an emotional connection to his homeland. Dongu also writes letters to his mother regularly, hoping to send them one day, while delivering groceries. Dongu notices signs of an intruder and suspects another spy has entered the area. Later, during his workout, the spy appears a man with bleached hair who looks like a K-pop star. They fight, but it feels more like friendly sparring. They talk about their past in the North Korean training camp, where both were squad commanders. The new agent admits he was sent to monitor Dongu and check his loyalty. However, Dongu doesn't fully trust him. The next morning, Dongu secretly follows him and sees him auditioning for a local rock group. His guitar skills are surprisingly poor compared to others. Later, the agent reveals that his mission is to blend in and become a rock star. Dongu is shocked. He wonders why he was assigned such a humiliating role while the other got a prestigious one. One evening, a boy who used to bully Dongu comes crying for help. His younger brother is missing. The entire neighborhood searches for the child. Dongu moves across rooftops like a ninja, steals clothes from lines to disguise himself, and finally finds the boy at a barber's house. Eating cookies. Tea turns out the barber befriends kids to get closer to their mother. When others arrive and see Dongu in strange clothes, they mistake him for a kidnapper. However, he escapes quickly thanks to his physical abilities. The next day, South Korean intelligence interrogates a captured North Korean spy. It reveals details about Squad 54, an elite group formed 16 years ago, consisting of top soldiers trained to fight until death. These sleeper agents live in South Korea, ready to act at any time. Later, the delivery man returns and tells Dongu his mission is over and he is finally going home after 16 years. However, he asks for a gun because his family was caught trying to escape to China. He wants to kill some South Korean officers and then blow himself up to save his family. Dongu orders him to stay calm and not act against the country. He gives him a gun, but it's empty. He advises him to stay alive and return home, even if it means meeting his family in prison. Meanwhile, unknown assassin kills the captured spy who had revealed Squad 54's secrets. As a result, the South Korean government forms a special unit to deal with these agents. That evening, Dongu writes another letter to his mother, fearing he may never return alive. He places it among many unsent letters. Suddenly, a mysterious stranger points a gun at his head and questions him about his unit. The stranger turns out to be the same assassin who killed the captured spy. says he was testing Dongu's loyalty and then escapes after a rooftop chase. Later, the neighborhood woman who works at night sees Dongu on the rooftop and invites him to spend time with her. He entertains her at a carousel while she is drunk. She eventually breaks down and shares her painful past. Her real name is Hannah. At 18, she gave birth to a child who was sent to America for adoption. She deeply misses her child. Asterisk, he tells the boy about his encounter with the mysterious stranger, but the boy doesn't seem very concerned. While heading home, Dongu realizes that the same stranger is following him. He tricks and catches him, only to discover that the stranger is his old subordinate. He had joined their squad as a child and always respected his commander. His name is Hajin. However, talking to him proves useless, and the boy runs away again. These unexpected encounters disturb Dongu because, after many years, he has met other North Korean intelligence officers again. The next morning, Dongu meets Hajin once more. The boy is undercover in South Korea as a high school student. His mission is to befriend Yoren's brother, who constantly bothers Dongu to keep him away from his sister. In the evening, Dongu ambushes the schoolboy again and asks about his intentions. The boy says he wants to replace CIO Sengu, the overweight delivery man. They notice Yoren's boss harassing her shamelessly. Dongu tells the boy to intervene, but he refuses at first. Dongu explains that helping her will win her family's trust. Eventually, they kidnap the man and blackmail him by threatening to release his photos online if he bothers Yoren again. The next morning, the three secret agents relax on the rooftop. Suddenly, they see the woman arguing with local gangsters. The gang threatens her not to buy goods from other suppliers. Dongu can't stay silent and jumps in, but he maintains his crazy man disguise. He redirects all the anger toward himself. When one thug pushes the woman, Dongu subtly slows her fall. Though ready to fight, the woman stops him, which makes him uneasy. He feels she might have realized his act. Later, her son, a police intern, plans to find the gangsters. Dongu goes to the schoolboy at a gas station and lies that his stepbrother has been kidnapped. The schoolboy easily handles the gangsters. Dongu, still acting crazy, reassures his brother that he will protect the family till his last breath. The next day, during a barbecue with neighbors, Dongu realizes he is changing and becoming emotionally attached, which scares him. Meanwhile, in North Korea, a wounded colonel meets a minister who orders all spies in South Korea to be recalled, labeled as traitors, and eliminated. The colonel requests that they be allowed to die as heroes by carrying out suicide missions. Dongu's peaceful life ends. When he receives an order on his pager to blow himself up, soon, strange suicide cases begin appearing across South Korea. The schoolboy confronts Dongu, suspecting he disobeyed orders. A conflict arises among the agents. Dongu is willing to follow the order, but wants to ensure his mother will be taken care of. A South Korean intelligence officer, who is actually a former member of Squad 54, reaches Dongu and advises him not to obey. He reveals he defected and doesn't want young agents to die for meaningless ideals. The story escalates as betrayals unfold. Dongu learns that because he didn't follow orders, his mother has been killed. In the final battle, multiple forces collide North Korean agents, South Korean special forces, and the remaining spies. On a rooftop, a fierce fight takes place. The wounded colonel tries to kill Dongu, but chaos erupts. The schoolboy shoots the colonel, who then pulls out a grenade to destroy everyone. Rockstar sacrifices himself by grabbing the colonel and jumping off the building, laying the end. Dongu, devastated by his mother's death and overwhelmed by emotions, expresses his desire to return to his new family. However, in the chaos, the schoolboy accidentally shoots the special unit head, triggering more gunfire. Dongu embraces his protege as bullets pierce through them both. They fall from the rooftop together as their bodies lie still. Their earlier dreams of what they wanted to become in another life echo in the background, and the film ends.